Hello, so today we consider the profit motive. When it comes to coercion and getting people to do the right thing, I suggest that profit is a far more powerful incentive than government edict, and that outcomes are better. It's the Adam Smith argument that self-interest motivates what we do, yet that by acting in our own self-interest, we promote the greater good. An individual may intend only his own gain, but he's led by an invisible hand to promote an end which was no part of his intention. And to demonstrate this point, I contrast Western government's green industrial revolution with that most heinous of activities, Bitcoin mining. Now, I've observed many times that Western government's grand plans for a green industrial revolution are going to require extraordinary amounts of fossil fuel to be burnt in order to realise, especially to mine all the required metal. What is the more environmentally friendly solution? To carry on driving the old banger, or to buy a new electric vehicle with all the fossil fuel requirements there are in the manufacture of that vehicle and in the creation of the electricity to power it? I rather suspect the former. We now park that thought and turn to Bitcoin mining, pilloried as wasteful and environmentally unfriendly. The proof-of-work system on which Bitcoin is built means that extraordinary amounts of energy are required to power the network. Some estimates are that Bitcoin's annual energy demands are equivalent to those of the Netherlands with its 20 million people. I've explained many times why this energy consumption is inherent to Bitcoin and how it's a feature, not a flaw, so that's beyond the scope of this video. And by the way, just because something consumes a lot of energy, that does not mean it is wasteful. Energy consumption is part of progress. After the agricultural revolution, we started to use animals to labour for us. Then, following the industrial revolution, machines. In today's digital age, we consume more energy per capita than ever. And as we progress, we have found better means to provide that energy. Bitcoin mining, as we all know, consumes a lot of electricity. A Bitcoin miner, though, can, in theory, locate itself pretty much anywhere. It could be in Mayfair, or it could set up shop in the darkest reaches of the Amazon. Its only concern, or its chief concern, is that energy is cheap. The cheapest energy in the world is energy that goes unused or is wasted, often stranded renewables in remote parts of the globe. If Bitcoin miners can access that energy, they become more profitable. Location does not matter. That energy can be anywhere, and Bitcoin mining is constantly seeking it out. So, let me give you some recent examples. And the first relates to gas flaring. This is the practice in the oil and gas industry of burning off the huge quantities of natural gas that rise to the surface as oil is extracted from wells. That gas is often uneconomic to pipe to market, and so to dispose of it, it is flared. And some $20 billion worth of gas is flared every year, and as much carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases are released into the atmosphere as a result as from the use of 200 million cars, 150 billion cubic metres of gas. It's an extraordinarily wasteful and polluting practice, and the World Bank has attempted to impose initiatives to eradicate it, but with little success. The practice goes on. If only the oil and gas industry could find a way to turn that gas to profit, then much of the waste and the environmental harm could be averted. Enter Bitcoin. One company, Great American Mining, has found a means to deliver portable Bitcoin mining machines in great crates to oil and gas fields. And the energy from that wasted gas is now used to power Bitcoin mining operations. In July, another startup, Compass Mining, signed a 20-year deal with nuclear fission company Oklo, which builds micro-reactors. And the deal enables Compass to use all the excess energy from Oklo's micro-reactors. And the partnership is a beacon for the intersection of cryptocurrency and clean energy development, says the Oklo CEO, Jacob de Witt. Now, Bitcoin mining, generally, is making use of unwanted land close to nuclear power stations, especially, for example, in France. Also in July, payments company Square, Jack Dorsey of Twitter's company, announced that it's funding a solar-powered Bitcoin mining facility with Blockstream. El Salvador hit the headlines in June when it became the first nation to authorize Bitcoin as legal tender. And within hours of that announcement, El Salvador's president, Nayib Bukele, was outlining plans for Bitcoin mining rigs with very cheap, 100% clean, 100% renewable, zero emissions energy from volcanoes. Around 8% of all the bitcoins that have been mined in Iceland, where hydroelectric and geothermal account for almost all the power generation. The extraordinary energy that Bitcoin requires to power its network is powering an energy revolution that is happening in real time around us now, and it's wonderful to see. The motive is profit. Now, Adam Smith used to say that you don't punish people to force them to do good, but that they will do good anyway. Every individual, he said, neither intends to promote the public interest, nor knows how much he is promoting it. He intends only his own security. And by directing that industry in such a manner as its produce may be of the greatest value, he intends only his own gain. And he is in this, as in many other cases, led by an invisible hand to promote an end which was no part of his intention. That very dynamic is at work with Bitcoin's vast energy demands. The Bitcoin Mining Council, which was set up in May in reaction to criticism about Bitcoin's energy consumption, especially from Elon Musk, found in its first report that over 50% of Bitcoin's energy use already comes from sustainables. Research by investment house CoinShares estimates the number is much higher. 74% of mining is powered by renewables, it said. Bitcoin gets singled out for criticism. No other industry receives as much scrutiny about its energy consumption, but in fact it is making better use of wasted or renewable energy sources than almost any other large-scale industry in the world. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. Sorry about the wind. I hope it's not been too intrusive, and I'll be back with another video very soon.